Story 1. I remember being out with a group of Americans and telling them I was drunk. To be fair to them, they were genuinely concerned and asked me what I was so angry and upset about. Haha. Story 2. Quebec. Bequeat. Packed more like tipsy. Chawed. Hot pretty standard drunk. Au 45. Literally at 45. But implying walking at a 45-degree angle. Desher. Ripped. Soul mort. Dead drunk. Edit. Here are a couple more I forgot for whatever reason. Etre sur la brosse. Being on the brush more to describe while you're partying and in a state of inebriation, but not really specific at how impaired you are. Torch. Cleaned or wiped but sort of vulgar, interchangeable with ripped in my opinion. Keat. Broken. Wrecked. Story 3. Pose drunk, which translates to pussy drunk. Maybe cunt drunk is a better translation. The word pose gets used as a superlative for everything. Nice, ugly, tasty, etc. could all be preceded by the word. Story 4. Have some Swedish words with the meaning in English. Find the English meanings kind of funny. Words for very drunk. Stenfull, rock drunk. Packad, packed full. Sned, bent. Not very drunk but still related. Lullig, hard to translate but kind of similar feeling to the word buzzed or foggy, and the meaning funny, means they are starting to feel the alcohol. Story 5. Netherlands. Straal bezopen, extremely drunk. Ladderzet, completely drunk. Toit drunk, commonly used by posh or older people. Te diep in het glaasje gekeken, had too much to drink. Zo dronken als een toer, very drunk. These 5 come to mind immediately. Story 6. Hungarian has a few, maybe because we drink too much. Drunk to the yellow ground. Had too much ink. Drunk like the Albanian donkey. Drunk like a cannon, faucet, pig. Story 7. Here are some examples from Germany that I know and use. Besoffen sein, informal word for being drunk. Drauf/druff sein, being on it. Blau sein, being blue. Volume 50 sein, being full/filled. Bright sein, being broad/wide/big. Latenstram sein, being tight like a bar or slat. Granatendic sein, being tight/dense, so much so that you can withstand grenades like a bunker, for example. Einen im Tee haben, to have one in your tea. Einen sitzen haben, unable to translate this. Sorry. Story 8. In Britain, we just add the suffix ed to any noun. Hammered, mashed, bladdered, spangled, battered, etc. Works for anything really. Avu mate, I'm absolutely spannerb. Story 9. Ireland, we have loads but personal favorites are slaughtered, demolished, locked, bonus. Telling someone they were in great form last night/the other night results in a look of terror on their face that you don't usually see under normal circumstances. Story 10. I have a feeling we will have a lot of British ones here. Eskimos have many words for different kinds of snow. Well, we have plenty of words for being different levels of drunk. After all, our bonus national dish has got to be a kebab on the way home. My contribution, eyes like piss holes in the snow. Smashed, pissed, twat, wankered, fucked, steaming, hammered, trashed, gone. Merry, skew whiff, for tipsy. Had a skinful. Story 11. I don't know if it's because we have a lot of regional slang, or because French people are, well, heavy on the alcohol, but we have a lot. Bourré, beurré, buteurde, beurré comme un petit loup, buteur de like à biscuit, mort plein, complètement piché, rond comme une barrique queue de pelle, démonté, pété, rétamé, bourré comme un coin. And I'm missing so many. Story 12. Austria. All stuffed. Completely drunk. Very drunk. Breaded. Drunkard. Completely drunk. Drunk. To lie down. Very intoxicated. And probably like 100 more that I can't think of right now. Austrians like drinking a lot. Story 13. Küflik in Turkish means someone is so drunk that he or she has to be carried home in a küf. A large reed basket carried on shoulders like a backpack by porters. Story 14. I'm Hungarian. When somebody is drunk, we say, be van basva. Translated, he is messed up. We have at least 10 different uses for the word fuck outside of sex. Basni, fsni, to have sex. Rude. Basni ra ra, to not care. Rabasni, rapsni, to take a knock. Megbasni megbsni, to do something to someone. To penalize, to punish, to beat someone up. Atbasni, apsni, valakit, to fool someone. Atbasni, apsni, valamit valamin, to throw something across. Babasni, hepsni, to get drunk, to hit or throw something somewhere, to break glass. Babasni, sni, aziajtat, to slam the door. Kabasni, kipsni, valamit, to throw something out. Kabasni, kipsni, valakaval, to fool or make fun of someone. Labasni, lepsni, valakit, to scold someone. Labasni, lepsni, valamit valahova, to throw something down. Felbasni, felpsni, valamire, to throw up something, to annoy someone. Rabasni, rapsni, to strike on something. Elbasni, hupsni, valamit, to mess up something. Elbasni, hupsni, valakit, to hit someone with a car. Odabasni, obsni, to throw something to a place, to be awesome. Setbasni, sepsni, to break something. Asabasni, sepsni, to ruin something. Visabasni, vispsni, to throw something back. Story 15. United States. Hammered, wasted, blitzed, sauced, shit-faced, fucked up, lit up, ossified. Honestly, this list could go on for a while. The last one is probably a bit antiquated in the United States, but I throw it into conversation to mix it up sometimes. Story 16. Kanissa, Jarissa, Gianessa Savassa, Juapinut, Baisan, Hudicassa, Pipercassa, Perset Olaula, Umpitunnelissa, Ympäri Baisan, and so on. The list is long. From Finland with love. Story 17. I live in a small town in Italy. It's Elha Avuta, or to exaggerate, Elha Avuta Patenti, which literally translates to he had it, and he had it powerful. Story 18. The best one I ever heard was a kid from England tell me he was a bit pissed. I didn't understand at first what he was saying. He meant he had a buzz going. Story 19. From the United States. Hammered, shit-faced, wasted, plastered, tanked. I haven't heard this one. My husband suggested it. Buzzed. I consider this tipsy, but my husband says it's drunk, smashed, loaded, bonus, schmammered. Story 20. In British English, you can use pretty much any word you want. Yesterday, I was absolutely rocking-chaired. Tonight, I am planning to get thoroughly gazeboed. Story 21. Trolleyed, UK phrase. A trolley is a shopping cart. Basically, when you are trolleyed, you are so drunk. You are like a shopping cart with wobbly wheels. Story 22. Australia. Shit-faced. On the tups. Tups means turpentine. Munt. On the piss. Maggot. Paro. Paro means paralyzed or get legless. Sloshed. Drunk. Off your face. And there's probably a billion more that I've missed. Story 23. About 30 years ago, I was in Ukraine. I spent a night drinking with my friend's mother, who spoke no English. She got the Ukrainian to English dictionary out and described our drunkenness as embalmed or pickled. I use that phrase to this day. Story 24. It varies a lot in the United Kingdom. There's a lot of staples such as pissed, wankered, smashed, but then also regional ones such as bevvide, which you'd only really hear people from Liverpool saying. There's also a class divide. Not that there's no crossover in certain contexts or environments, just that certain words are more or less common depending on your upbringing or socioeconomic class. This is brilliant from Michael McIntyre. Story 25. There are loads of regional words in the United Kingdom, and my favorite is what my nan used to say, Khalid. You pronounce it like K-L-I-D. It's from the Black Country and it's so fun to say. Story 26. Sveisblind, welding blind, Dridings, extremely drunk, mock fool, muck drunk, and tons more I can't remember. Also, ropa pa elgin, shouting for the moose, means puking since the sound of puking is similar to the mating call of the moose. Story 27. I am British. Michael McIntyre has covered this for us. Story 28. Literally any multisyllable noun turned into an adjective. Trolleyed, plastered, trousered, gazeboed, chimneyed, wickered, velcroed, windmilled, banistered, woodpeckered. I could go on. Story 29. Wankered, funny drunk, shit-faced, so drunk you do not remember. Cunt broken, a mess. Puke in your hair, in someone else's hair. 200-pound taxi cleaning bill. Partner takes credit card off you. The rare social occasions you are now invited to involve you mainly apologizing. Story 30. Hungarian has a few fun expressions. B van rugva, literally, is kicked in. Meaning is drunk. This is very commonly used. B van basva, literally, is messed up. A more coarse version of the above. B van basva, mint az Albanzomer, literally messed up like an Albanian donkey. Origin unclear but fun to say. Segreseg, Adamrezeg, Hullerizeg, Satrazeg, literally ass drunk, atomic drunk, corpse drunk, drunk as a bench vice. Many more words can be combined with reseg, drunk, and it doesn't even always have to make real sense. Anyhen it is, literally slightly intoxicated, but almost always used ironically to describe someone extremely drunk. Lil Jasadot, literally, has become nefarious or villainous, or has demeaned themselves. Mostly used to describe someone who has become aggressive or comically stupid when drinking. Sorry to make it, literally, has drunk themselves to the point where they became my favorite one since it works with just about anything. Movie characters, people, or even illnesses and conditions, used when the drunkenness caused someone to comically resemble the reference thing. Story 31. En fuego, fired up. Jamato/a, no translation. Hasta la verga /shit/ any other term, all the way to the dick, shit, any other term. Popular variants include Tusa, Wacha, and Bergs. Empetrolado barra diagonal, fueled up. Story 32. Scotland has this, see almost any noun? Add ed to the end of it. Mate. I was absolutely fireplaced last night. Same. I was completely calyxed. What about Steve? Steve? He was even more trousered than anyone else. Story 33. In bad cases of being drunk, the stronger versions of these words are Niederstarnakel, Stront-Lazarus, Strobezapin, Catulum, and Latterzat. Story 34. Meditisse, pour into an elf. Nalakati se/obligati se lap it up. Nareljati se roll oneself, like with a rolling pin. Nakrakati se no idea how to translate that. BD podgasm, to be on full throttle. BD pigeon cow guzica, to be drunk like an ass. Napati se cow svinja, to get drunk like a pig. Eurokati se no idea how to translate. Used not only with alcohol but also other drugs or even food. BT pigeon cow mica, to be drunk like a mother. Not motherf *********, but an actual mother. They used to give alcohol to women giving birth when there were no painkillers. BD pigeon cow letva, to be drunk like a plank of wood. BD driven, to be wooden. Ubikisa otzug, to kill yourself drinking, metaphorically. Story 35. Goosed, gibbled, lost in the sauce, corked, mangled. Also, where I live, they say right as an adjective. So you see, I was right goosed last night, just gibbled. Story 36. Not my country, but my friends and the groups we interacted with used pitted. It comes from that old surfer interview. Just ride the barrel and get pitted. Dude, I'm trying to get pitted tonight. Yo, he was so incredibly pitted he fell headfirst over the ledge into the prickers, then nearly vomited on me. Story 37. United States, being torn out the frame, I recently learned this isn't universally understood, though. I'm from the Appalachian South, so it might be a more localized expression. Story 38. Smashed arseholed, cunt, bluttered, shit-faced, bladdered, pissed or pished, sloshed, hammered, guttered, steaming, wrecked. I'd probably need to be hammered to remember some more. Scotland, by the way. Story 39. Right fucked, wobbled, splashed, smashed, liquored, shit-faced, half in the bag, feeling no pain, wallied, trashed, wasted. I've lived in the central to eastern part of Canada my whole life. I know there are more, but these are the only ones I can think of. We have way too many euphemisms for being or getting drunk in this area of Canada. I've chatterbesit, ovimd lefugil, astrajo seod alcohola, mrtaf bm. And many more. We like to get all poetic when it comes to describing how drunk someone or yourself is or was. Story 41. Rat arst is my favorite. In the northeast of England, we also use palatic, which may be a bastardized version of paralytic. Also, steaming, wankered, legless, and stotting, although that seems to be dying out. To describe someone or oneself as absolute wreckage or pissed as a newt are two that spring to mind, and the resultant hangover would be described as rough as a badger's arse. Story 42. South African Afrikaans language meaning broken. More Afrikaans. Brandewin het nie breek nie. Brandy has no brakes. Afrikaans uses a double negative.